wanted going in, but it is the first time that we run this season, and it is our seasonal's best. So although we didn't quite complete our objective, I think we'll take it.
All right, and can we get some comments on the handles, Gemma? The first one that happened between you and Flings, how did it go?
Well, it's hard to say being the outgoing runner because I can't see behind me. I'm just putting my hand back for the baton. Flings said it went okay. I think in general the handouts were just slower. If that makes sense. Like we all handed it off fine.
We took a long time.
Yes, all the handles took a long time, and I think that's something that you just need to practice at. So not only do we have a newer team, we also didn't camp or anything this year. This is our first time just being here together all at once, doing a relay together. So, I don't want to say that's an excuse. It is a big factor in how we did today.
And how's your season been? You know, I look back last year. A lot of you were in top form. This year, it's been a bit, shaky. Yeah,
it's been a weird year for me. I transitioned to a new coach, and I'll also be transitioning to a new coach next year. But I think that will be better because I'll be moving with Flings. So not only will we have each other as training partners, we will be able to get those exchanges down. Like we'll have all year for that. So when we do get to competitions like this, where we might just be thrown together, it'll be easier. Yeah.
Well, there's a running theme in the Ghanaian media. They say our athletes lack desire to succeed at the highest level. I wonder what your comment on that would be.
To be honest, I feel like that's insulting because this is my life. This is my job. I've dedicated my life to this. So from someone on the outside who doesn't know anything I go through from when I start training in September or October, sometimes even August, to tell me that we don't have a desire to win. No one wants to win more than we do. No one knows what's on the line more than we do. No one feels it when we fail to complete our objectives more than we do. So I think that's an insult, and clearly, if they still feel that way, that's on them. I know that we want to win and we want to be on top.
I agree because I don't think they understand what we put into this, so they just see they think that we just come here, and to them maybe it just happens magically that we didn't work all year for it, and it takes a lot during the year to get to even to this point, just to even get here. I just don't think they understand how hard it is to even just qualify.
Janet, can we get into the discussion here? So what really does it take to compete at the World Championships?
I think we need more efforts, especially to bring all the teams together and have a long camp. Because looking at the whole of this year, we finish our season, especially those people that we are in college, we finish our season the whole of May. And the whole of May, we're not competing, just staying in school, just training. And when the school season is over, the coaching too, they are over. So you have to find your own way to train. So one thing that we need from Ghana, that they should support us, especially when the season is over. They should always try and bring the team together to have a long camp. I think that would be great.
Again, is there anything more you as an athlete can do? I mean, we understand we need to get you competitions, but on your own, is there anything you can do?
I think for our own, we always do our best. The only thing that we need is just to train hard, and for that one, I think we are doing it. So we also need their support for that. And I think when we get that support, we'll be fine.
Okay, let's get into this discussion. So you're about the newest member, of this team.
New kid on the block.
New kid on the block. I've seen your times, 200, 400. You ran 52 this year. How's the experience of running at the World Championship been like?
That's exactly what it's been. It's been an experience for me, and I think that going forward, I know what to expect and what to look out for. Like you said, this is my first World Championships, and so it was great, and I know what to do better and what to improve upon, and so I think it was a good first round.
What do you have to improve upon?
I think as a matter of, we're talking team relays, I think it's just a matter of doing the exchanges more. But for me personally, just training and being able to explode and run fast, that's what I need to train on.
Okay, what do you think you can run, going into the new season after this spectacular season, 23?
For my 200, 400.
All of it.
Looking for big PRs. I'm looking to break 23 and run 22 low. I'm looking to run 51 points. So that's what you can look out for.
Okay. Well, Janet, one more question for you. You've virtually been through it all. World Juniors, West Africa Juniors, Seniors, and now the World Championships. What really is the next big target for you going forward?
Right now, my my next target is anytime I'll be going for any competition, especially Commonwealth Games or any World Championship or Olympics, I have to get medal. Because it has been a while that I haven't get medal. Only sometimes I get to like maybe final and I'll be like 3rd and 4th. Like I remember last Commonwealth Games I was like 5th somewhere in the final. So I think next year going, my hope is always like to get medal from every competition that I'll be attending.
Flex, same question to you. You've actually also seen it all. There's that big question always being asked: the difference between us, the other top, nations, and what we ought to do to be able to catch up.
So I mean, there's a lot of differences. We face a lot of challenges just training at individual places and not always being together. But it comes down to funding. When we start training in September, we're funding ourselves. In May, when they're done and I'm trying to find my own meets, I'm paying for everything myself. And that's hard because now I'm stressing about, okay, I have to work to make sure I have money to do this, to make sure I have money to do that. So funding, I think, goes a long way. But also, I would say that we have to start supporting it from the young ages. If we don't have a system where we're constantly getting young athletes from, let's say, elementary school all the way up, then we can't sustain this. So I think Ghana GAA right now is doing a great job in trying to make sure that athletes coming up do get to go NCAA or anywhere. I like the circuits that they're doing because I feel like that does provide that pipeline that we need. So it's a lot of things we need, but we're working on it.
Oh, some question out to you, Gemma.
I agree with everything that's been said so far. I think it's a work in progress. I think this particular world, you've seen different people win things unexpectedly. It's been a lot of upsets, they said. And I think that's just showing that sometimes things take time and you shouldn't just expect things to happen. I think for us, or for me particularly, next year will be my 4th year on the team. It'll be my 2nd Commonwealth. Last Commonwealth, my 1st one. And last Commonwealth, I kind of just came, I didn't know what to expect. I was brand new. I was like very bright-eyed, naive. But this next Commonwealth, I'm going with a goal. I'm going with a thought in my mind. I want to win a medal. I want to make sure I'm up there. I want to make finals. I want to get farther. And I think with this time, it'll happen. It's taking time, but I think we're at this time now where they should expect things from us.
All right. You want to do another one? Prof is about bowing out.
Yeah.
It's about his last, year in charge of the GAA. I want to just take thoughts. What you think he's brought on board as GAA president? From what you've seen, what he brought on board as GAA president. What really was his impact on you as an athlete, on Ghana athletics?
For me particularly, I came when he was there already, so I didn't know what happened, what anything happened before or anything beforehand. For me, he's always been a good sounding board. I feel like a crybaby around him. I cry a lot around him. He's very supportive. I actually made a decision to run for Ghana, to continue at the Commonwealth. That was a particularly bad year with the media, and I wasn't used to that kind of stuff. So talking to him, having his support, knowing that there was someone there that did believe in us, that he's always believed in us, he's always believed in the relay. There's never a chance where I've come and thought, let's hope we make a good time. It's always been, we're aiming for a medal. And I feel like this had a big impact on me, to continue running and everything. Sorry.
Same question?
Same question.
Personally, I'll say the same. I think I believe in myself more because of him, especially when running for Ghana. Because as she said, the media sometimes is a bit vicious towards us, and we try to block it out as much as we can because we know what our goals are. But he's been great at just telling us, you can do this, knowing that the work that we've put in will translate. So that's been good. And in terms of Ghana as a whole, I think it's been great. They're doing the circuits now in Ghana, which I know they didn't have before. So giving that home-based athletes an opportunity to compete year-round, I think that's amazing because I think that's how we're going to move up as Ghana athletics.
Now, same question to you, Janet. Your thoughts on Professor Dodoo and his reign as GAA president?
I think he's doing a great job because even giving me opportunity to be in the United States and also to giving me the chance to better my education and also better my sports career. I think he's really doing a good job.
Akua, the baby. A final thought, we just want to take reflections of your experience with Professor Dodoo as GAA president. He bows out next year. What are your thoughts on it?
So I joined the team just last year, and since meeting Prof, he was very open and welcoming to me. He made me feel like part of the team, and since then we've really built a relationship where I feel like I can come to him if anything, and he comes to tell me whenever I need improvement. I think that he's done a really good job as far as I've been part of the team and building the organization.
Okay. Wish you the best.